And I'm Gary Hartstein, and from the DigitalJLearning Network at the Jewish Education Project.
And we're so excited to be here in
Great. Can you also just talk for a second about what kinds of issues you've been hearing about while you've been here? You know, what are educators and leaders interested in hearing about? What questions do they give you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been hearing a lot actually from Judaic studies educators having a growing interest in how blended learning can help their classroom. We're looking for resources that have text and can handle having Hebrew language on them and not just English. That's a lot of what I've heard at this conference.
And I think the other thing that we hear, both here and really we hear it a lot in general, is people want to learn from each other. And especially we're hearing it more now from the Judaic studies and the Hebrew teachers, especially Judaic studies. We're really looking for ways to connect with other Judaic studies teachers who are doing something similar to what they're doing, who are working with tools that they might want to learn about, who are really facing the same challenges and solving them in different ways. They want to be able to share their experiences.
Great. So what are some of those resources that are currently available to Judaic studies teachers, or what would you tell them to do to get started?
What I would really suggest is we have a portal where they can actually search on our website for a number of different online providers and resources based on a variety of different criteria. We generally try not to promote one over the other, but we do try to be as comprehensive as we can and make as many as we can available to people so they can make the best choices for their programs.
Great.
Yeah, there's definitely, we're standing right next to Gemara Brura, which we hear is doing some great things. Safaria. Merkava is up and coming with some new interesting things. We are definitely vendor neutral, but we have everything that we can find we have on our website, and if you know of anything else, we'd be happy for anyone to email us about it and add it as well.
We even have a feature there that allows teachers to rate and comment about the different resources. So we really are trying to encourage people not only to check out and see what's there, but if they've used it, share their experience so others can learn from it.
Great. I see the sign in back of us is about goals and whether these goals speak to you. Can you explain the sign a little bit for those just looking at it?
Well, the goals part really, one of the things that we stress with our schools is that any technology that you implement, whether it's blended learning or anything else, has to be done so it aligns with your academic goals. It's got to support what you're doing as a school, supporting the things you would do even if you weren't using blended learning or technology. So, we think about things like differentiating instruction, making learning accessible for all students and at a level where they're capable of working with it.
Being able to have different kinds of learners in the same classroom.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to pull students out of class. Everybody can learn together, even students with really diverse learning styles. And certainly the idea that through blended learning, teachers are able to have access to data, whether it's through instruments that they create themselves or through content from online providers, but that data can help them know what students know when the students walk into class and really maximize that classroom time, whether it's for practical application or just for doing some kind of project-based activity, but it really allows them to pull students more, work one-on-one, get to know their students better, and make the most use of the limited time that they have together, rather than reteach something that the students hopefully read the night before. So it's really just again, it's not about the technology, it's about a learning model. It's about really creating good learning opportunities for students and making learning more meaningful for them, and helping them to become lifelong learners.
And to speak to some of the other goals we have here, let's say expand course offerings, especially when you're talking about day schools, private schools that are a bit smaller. You don't necessarily have the bandwidth or the finances to hire a teacher to teach the two students who are interested in, let's say, learning Mandarin or learning coding or learning an obscure part of history. But what you can do with blended learning is you can find a course online that teaches exactly to what those students want to learn and offer them the opportunity to take a course in exactly what their interest set is. Online blended learning really offers the opportunity to expand what you allow your students to access access through their time being in your school to basically anything that they're interested in at all. And the last goal we have here is fostering independent learners, which we've heard a lot of teachers and educators, administrators say that online blended learning has really helped their students grow in their independence, and that they are monitoring their own learning and they're using their own pacing to learn, and that online learning really helps them navigate their learning themselves. And not to say they don't have teacher help and support, but really helps them feel independent, which is a wonderful thing.
Gather and learn from each other.
If you want to learn more, go to DigitalJLearning.org. You can find out how to join the network and connect with an ongoing community of practice. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can find our resource portal where we have a breadth of resources covering everything and anything from tools for educators, general curriculum tools, Jewish curriculum tools, homework helpers. So we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to hear what you think, and we'd love to have you connect with us and join us. And learn more together about blended learning.
We'll look forward to seeing you.